Alright, here we go, Rusco. The algorithm knows the deck's powerful. And that's fine. I fully expected this to happen. Although the first game I had in testing was deceptive. It was just like a mono green elf deck. Let's see how this goes. Have they got a spell pierce as well? Interesting. Consider. Interesting. Not many people play cantrips. I feel like there's definitely a direct correlation with people playing cantrips and people's like skill level. Imrith goes away. They're scared of us having win cons. So they have another discard. Interesting. Pact of Negation. Let's go for Baral. So if they go for Rusco next turn. Shoot the Sheriff. They know we have Spell Pierce. Which means they played into that on purpose. We'll see how this goes. I mean, if we can resolve a Jace, that'd be kind of awesome, even though they have a Rusco. It's a real shame that we couldn't use Pact there. That would have been game-changing, I think. Splash Portal. Oh my god, 2 Midnight Clocks. That's kind of disgusting. I really need to get a Narset now. I love how it tapped all the blues and left the Mind Stone. That's kind of annoying. Okay. I was going to say, I'm very tempted to use the Pact in my next turn on the Rusco. Although the annoying part here is that they're going to have enough mana to play him in the subsequent turn as well. Each player sacks a creature, fine. I don't even think Baral is that good to make me sack. But I guess they had it, so they basically used it. I don't know if I'm going to win this at all. Especially having no mana here. Utter Insignificance. That could be good. I think we definitely want to get some extra cards in hand. Oh, we could potentially steal one of their Midnight Clocks soon. We'll see how that goes. Harbinger, Deluge, I don't know. If we steal one of their clocks, what's the wording? Shuffle your hand and graveyard, then draw. Well, okay, so Thought Distortion. Wow. It only actually got rid of 2 cards. That's kind of hilarious. That is actually hilarious. They thought they were going to get more than that, didn't they? They're going to love this. One card. That's pretty lucky. Ooh, counter spells everywhere. Oh, this is delightful now. So I don't think the Harbinger of the Seas is going to be that good. We'll tuck that away just for a minute. Yeah, the Jace is going to be excellent here. Right, let's tap this bloody Mind Stone. This game is proper cheeky. And the cool thing here is that we actually have a counter spell backup. Oh, wow, look at this. Stealing the Midnight Clock. They're not going to be happy about that, are they? Let me just make sure the wording. When the 12th hour is put on, shuffle your hand and graveyard. Cool. Let's Flare of Denial, countering their Rusco by sacrificing the Thief. This feels insane. I would love to bounce their Midnight Clock. But we are going to... Oh, yes! We got him, guys! Come on! Come on. Hello, my name is Josh, and welcome to the channel. Today we're looking at Baral, Chief of Compliance. I've made this because somebody in the channel basically said they want more competitive decks. I kind of held off early on making stuff like this because I didn't really want it to be a channel that focused on super competitive decks. But you know what? Brawl's gone to absolute shit, so it really doesn't matter anymore. Now just make it whatever, because the majority of people don't care. There's all sorts of other content creators out there that are making these powerful decks, so the only way to beat them is to join them. My decks on my channel will still be fun majority of the time, but then we'll have some powerful ones like this. So the reason why Baral is considered, at least old school, toxic is because it rewards counter spells, even though the reward isn't that great. And I actually don't think Baral is that good by himself, but the mere existence of him promotes this idea of stopping everything your opponent's doing, which isn't what I'm normally about. But this deck itself does have a healthy, hefty, horny amount of counter spells. And, you know, Pact of Negation, Spell Pierce, 3 Steps Ahead. This is a really good one, by the way, rare one. I mean, there's so many. Talking about them all would be kind of pointless because they all do the same thing with add-ons. Most counterspells in Magic is counterspell, do something else. And Baral exemplifies that because he says whenever you counterspell, you loot. So there's a few ways you can reward yourself from doing that. Because if it's just counters, that is so boring. So I've had to weave some other things in just to make it a bit more interesting. We have, where is it? Ominous Sea. So whenever you draw a card, put a counter on this, and when you remove 8 counters, you get an 8/8 Kraken, which is really nice. This can actually kill your opponent, which is something that blue decks struggle to do. We have a few interesting technical cards as well, like Azure Beastbinder. There's a reason this is in here. 2 mana, 1/3 Vigilance, pretty awesome. Already, Vigilance is now in Blue's wheelhouse, by the way. Can't be blocked, creature's power 2 greater. Whenever he attacks up to 1 artifact, creature, or planeswalker opponent controls, lose all abilities until your next turn. If it's a creature, it also has power and toughness 2/2. So this turns off one of those 3 things, which is pretty weird. It's a really unique ability. Making a planeswalker into a 2/2 is kind of interesting. Artifacts, creatures. So this works really well against mana dorks, really powerful cards like Rusko, Pock, Golos, any of those things that have activated abilities in their turn or have insane triggers in their turn. It turns a creature off in their turn, which is really strong, really strong. So that's going to be really nice. Turning off mana dorks is great. We have Malevolent Hermit, which does 2 things in this deck really well. Firstly, if you discard him, you can cast him from the graveyard for 3 mana, and then your non-creature spells can't be counted, which is excellent in the mirror, because when you're facing the mirror, it's going to be pretty tough to win. We also have a lot of spells that just say your opponents don't have any abilities. These are kind of okay. The only reason they're not okay is because our main removal in these colours, apart from counters, is bounce spells. So if you enchant a creature, make it have no abilities, and then you bounce it later, it's a bit of a feels bad because it's 2 versus 1. What else do we have? Flare of Denial. By the way, this artwork, best artwork. I just recently unlocked this artwork. Very cool. Palantir of Orthanc gives you a bit of either mill or card advantage. Just 1 sword because it's just excellent to just pump through and get some cool spells. Gadwick draws X, really great. Then we get into the meat. Jason Mind Sculptor. We've got Teferi. We've got the bigger Teferi as well. These all work really well to just give you +1 card a lot of the time. And just help you push the advantage. Eluge makes your spells cheaper. Combined with Baral's cheapening, it's going to be excellent. Ageless Insight is great, because if you use this with Baral, you'll be drawing 2 cards, discarding 1, which means you get net 1 card, which is just excellent. Desertion is there to just steal your opponent's commander. This is so mean. So mean. Imrith is there as a finisher, as well as Ferocious Great Shark. A 5/4 beat stick on top of a counter spell is kind of nice. Imrith, as you might know, is one of my favourite blue cards of all time. This is just incredible. It can draw you up to 3 cards if you've got no cards in hand. Really awesome card. Heartbreaker Horror, this is just absolutely painful to face against if your opponent has loads of mana. Gear Hulk lets you replay spells from the graveyard. Sublime Epiphany does literally everything under the sun. Rebuke wins games. Discover the formula, gives you loads of spells to play, and then makes all spells in your hand cheap. But this is crazy. You cast any of these top end spells, and you're pretty much going to win the game. It's very powerful, but it's not easy to pilot, so I wouldn't really recommend it for new players. I find that a lot of new players struggle with control because they never know what to counter, and it can be painful to watch newer players use control. I mean, by all means, give it a go if you've got the wild cards, but I would recommend probably not using this as your first deck if you're new to the game. Probably play some other cards first, or use blue as support, because blue as a primary is really tough. It is definitely difficult, especially because Baral doesn't do anything by himself. He's a 1 power creature. You're not going to win just from him attacking it, but that is why the sword's there. You can put more swords and make it a weird swords deck. But yeah, hope you enjoy it. Today's video is a bit different because it's quite powerful compared to my other decks, but I'd like to make a few more powerful ones just to kind of come back around, see how people feel, because when I make regular standard legends into Historic Brawl, they don't really do that well recently. I don't know what it is algorithmically. Coming up to Christmas, maybe, I don't know. Maybe the views will pick up, but yeah, I don't know. I ask people what they want to see. They want to see Brawl decks. I make Brawl decks, and then nobody watches them. So let's see what happens with powerful decks. Is that really all the meta is? Just people playing powerful decks? Probably. That's what it feels like a lot of the time. So if you enjoy this channel, enjoyed this tech video, just drop me a like and a sub. It really helps support the channel. You probably all know that by now. I say it every single time pretty much. But if you want to go one step further, if you'd like me to craft you a deck, you can become a channel patron to support the channel in the best way possible. Go to my Patreon link in the description below. Look at the details there. And it's great. The perks you get, pretty good. You get to join the private Discord, talk to me anytime about decks, and my wonderful community. And you get a video as well with your own commander choice. So enjoy today's video. All right, opponent goes first with Kaito, but we do have a Strict Serenade. So that could theoretically help us a lot here, depending on what they do. Is it going to be just Ornithopter and a Ninja? Okay. Did not expect an Ornithopter. I wonder why that's in the... Oh, because of ninjutsu. Okay, fair enough. They're going to ninjutsu something now. So activate ability, and then we'll bounce it back to their hand, and that should slow them down a bit. So I guess against ninjutsu, we want to just always have removal and stuff, but... I guess we could... we can't make X0, so we can't steal it. Makes all less. I guess we can go for the Solar Transformer, and then maybe try and steal it next turn or something. I never thought I'd be trying to steal an Ornithopter, to be honest, but yeah, some good synergy with their stuff. Looks like they're trying to get mana with a Prosperous Thief. Again, we can just steal the mana with a Thieving Skydiver. Kind of funny if they don't play a land as well. Do they have a land as well? They're going to use a Brainstorm to get a land, I guess. That is irritating, but... The other annoying thing is Strict Serenade doesn't work for ninjutsu. So, what do I do? Let's just play that. This has to deal combat damage, so we can block that. And then just bounce anything else. Fell. Oh, that's annoying. Bounce this. They are doing very strange things, because they focus their entire turn there to kill Baral, which I feel they're killing out of just spite. Let's go for Baral again. Bloody hell. That's a very defensive ninjutsu deck. Kind of surprised by that, really. See, I wouldn't have done that if we had Desertion mana up, but the issue with Desertion is that it doesn't counter Planeswalkers. So they're just looking for more lands despite... Yeah, it's just kind of interesting there. Man, I don't feel like we've got much oomph. Like we can block this. I feel like they missed an opportunity to just get Kaito out earlier on, but now it's... Okay, they can do it now. Yeah, maybe killing the Baral was the right thing to do, but I'm not 100% sure. Once they resolve Kaito, that is going to be nigh impossible to deal with, I think. Oh, they're going to go for Prosperous Thief. What the hell? I feel like they're running rings around us because our spells, they just can't deal with the freaking Kaito's activated abilities. A luge. Okay. Interesting. Might just leave up some mana then. Desertion for 3. Like, if they cast anything else... Although this does just counter a spell, doesn't it? Wow, Strict Serenade. I think we just use Strict Serenade here. They do get a 2-2, which is irritating, but there we go. Consuming Tide is absolutely excellent. They're attacking with an Ornithopter. That's interesting. I don't think they fully understand Brazen Borrower, sadly. Narset as well. Let's see what happens here. I feel like we should have been really, really dead from this guy. But something's gone horribly wrong for them. Probably should have just used the Consuming Tide there, shouldn't I? Okay, so they've got more things in their hand than us. So we could go for Narset. Play it. No, I think it's... What do I want to do? Not really sure. I definitely want to go for Narset. That's going to be great.
If you wish to
So let's...
I understand.
Give us a card.
I have just the trick for this.
Oh, wow. Flare of Denial. I think we get Flare of Denial. And then Consuming Tide. So remember, we have the Flare. So if they've got some weird counterspell here, we can stop them. Spell Pierce. Well, we just used the Spell Pierce. So we want to keep the Illuge. And then we get... Oh, we're gonna have more cards in their hand than them now, annoyingly. Yeah, that's annoying. They kept the ninja rather than the treasure. That's greedy. Man, if we had the Narset out, well, they wouldn't have been drawing a card there. But oh well. Satoru Umezawa. We will counter that because that is freaking scary. We don't know if they've got Ulamogs in that deck or anything. Oh, we get them. We get them with just... This is the thing with blue decks. You don't win with literal power because, like we have a 6/6 here that does get bigger with islands, I guess. But I feel like you win more with technical skill because, like, a Baral doesn't really do it by himself, does it? A Solar Transformer doesn't do it by himself, neither does a Narset. But I guess the combination of the annoyance of it all and the sheer fact we have Baral, the opponent perceives us to have more counters than we do, but I definitely feel like they missed a mark not going for Kaito a lot earlier. Well, this is an interesting matchup, Grist. I'm glad to see Grist has been put in the upper echelons now. I haven't really seen him outside of the upper queues, but Archmage's Charm can actually steal this. That's kind of an interesting bit of interplay there. I mean, I don't know if we're going to be able to... We'll see. That could be kind of funny, right? Desertion. Let's definitely ramp, because we've got Desertion in our hand now as well. So next turn they could just flip this. So they could play Grist and then do any kind of sack spell. Oh no, but then... Yeah, I guess they won't be able to... Or another creature dies, pay green. Okay, we'll see. Let's steal it. It's kind of funny, right? Stealing their Grist. Taking someone's commander is pretty big business, really. It means that a lot of the synergy could potentially be shut down early on. Like, maybe it would have been better if we waited for him to flip it. I think that would have been the better choice, to be honest. Maybe that was too hasty. Gixian Recycler. Okay. Rustic Study. Oh, baby. Oh. Let's go for Baral and Rustic Study, I think. Nice combination there. This is a very good start to the game and very complex. Playing mono blue counterspells, as I said in the deck check, it's not always straight cut what you need to do. You might have a lot of counters, but it's not like we're just... See if we block with that. We're just gonna take the 3, I think. Because if it dies, they can play it again. Don't really want that to happen, really. Case of the skeleton thing. Baral's expertise. Oof. Okay. Well, I would do that, but I feel like it's better to leave up the desertion here. Sacrifice this case, search library for a copy, and blah, 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 blah. Okay. I might actually... You control no skeletons. So this is a suspected skeleton. So I don't really want to block that. I'll block this for now. I'm starting to think this 3 damage is going to pile up, so... Okay. But I don't really get the flavour here. So they come in with a suspected skeleton. And then they don't want it to die. Oh no, they want it to die. Although it's already dead, it's a skeleton. We'll see. The fact they keep making these is annoying. Dies up in a graveyard. Conjure this. God, the whole deck is just 1 and 2 drops, right? What are they thinking of doing now? And do we want to steal it? So we get to draw a card, and they're going to try and reanimate Vein Ripper, which is very irritating. I think we'll just memory lapse that for now. Having a Vein Ripper is very, very irritating, but what can I do? See, I was going to crack the Mind Stone, but now I think I'd rather just play the Jingataxius. And we actually have 2 spells here that lets us draw cards when we play it. I mean, all they're going to do is just going to cast this from the graveyard because it has flashback. That's just the way it be. But, you know. So when this is solved, pay 2, search library for a card, put it into your hand. That's just gross. It's a 4-mana tutor, I guess, right? I guess it just feels bad. Is this a board wipe attack? It could be. Although it could just be the fact that they want to make the Diagraph Rebirth cheaper. Like making that... So that now costs 3 mana, I think, to revive something. It's 1 less for each creature die this turn, yeah. So that's 3 mana to revive a bloody... Oh my god. Vein Ripper. But... We'll see how this goes. 5, 6. I think we will crack this now. What's the ward cost on that? Ward, sack a creature. Okay. So we do have a Baral. What spell do we want to get out? Memory Lapse, Archmage. We'll see. Oh, that's annoying. Because the Baral's expertise lets us play something for free, but we don't really have anything to play for free. Yes, fine. Submit to. Sack a creature. See you later, Baral. Nice knowing you. Annoyingly, they drain us. And nothing to cast, so we could just get the Baral's expertise back to our hand. Do we want to do that? I don't really know. Probably not yet. I'm not desperate to do that yet. Okay. I don't know if we're going to be able to beat these guys. They've got so much recursion. The Vein Ripper is going to be really irritating as well. If they get 1 more land, they can go for the Vein Ripper. Maybe I should have gone for the Baral's expertise, but that would only just allow me to bounce the Vein Ripper again. See, this is the issue. When we're on the back foot, our counter spells aren't that effective. All these different artworks. Wow, they're actually going to go for... Are they going to go for Vein Ripper again? Or something else? Perforator crocodile. Ugh. Ah, this is the one that puts -2 things on us, yeah. So that just kills that. We lose 2 life for this. That is incredibly annoying. -2, -2. Artifact or creature. We can get a copy of Jingataxius, and then the copy won't be stat wounded. Okay. We will pass. We'll see what they do. If they go for the Vein Ripper, we steal it. We've actually got a lot of nice interplay here. So I think we just take the 6 because we have to be reactive. I know it's risky. But we're going to try and make them feel scared. They're going to return that to play. Damn, they don't have the mana for the Vein Ripper. That is very irritating. My god, they've got so much recursion. It's going to be really difficult to beat these. Really difficult. They search for any card. My turn. Okay, so that'll do for now. So create a token of Jingataxius. Draw 2, discard 1. What are they going to do now? Instant speed. But they don't have the ward 2, though. Oh, you jammy git. Instant speed sack. You arsehole. Right, we'll put that on top then, I guess. That is really annoying. 0 mana spell that got around our ward. Ah, I don't like this at all. Man, that's annoying. We are really going to struggle now. Especially the... I don't know. We'll see. They've managed to get around every single thing. Have you noticed? Grave Pact. Are they going to pay? This will counter. Bounce, we draw. Like, we're at 2. We have to be careful. So now we're basically playing counter spell fun times. 2 life. This is true magic. How long can I keep this up? Got desertion for this stupid thing. Oh my goodness. Making us sack. Okay. Just use that. Counter for 2 mana. Cheeky. Absolutely cheeky git. So many tools at their disposal to stop our things. It's kind of annoying. As you can tell from the 2 life. And Grist. Which gives us a card. And what can we do? Just counter, I suppose. Does that go in the graveyard? No. Command zone. We have a 10-10 as well. That's kind of crazy. So we could, in theory, we could kind of win, right? We have the desertion to stop something horrendous. We'll see. I mean, their ideal card here is the Perforated Crocodile, because that basically kills us on our upkeep, if that ever resolves. And that's exactly what they're going for. Let's just hope they don't have some unusual way to stop. So we get the Perforated Crocodile, my friend. Oh my goodness. Oh, that was a very tricky game. Okay, playing Ragavan. Here's the thing. They use Ragavan. We use Witness Protection. And there you go. Ragavan is a businessman. So that's how to stop Ragavan being annoying. Red currently has no way of dealing with enchantments, so we're all good. It's all good, guys. Create a dragon. I guess we'll just go for some ramp first. We're going to lose now, aren't we? After my little skit. We're going to lose. They're going to teach us. They're going to kill. They're going to kill it. And then they're going to play it again. 2 mountains. That's good for us, I guess. So weird seeing a white-green Raga. River's Rebuke. I'm going to manually start tapping this game because it would be cray what they like to tap on the PC's behalf. PC, Police Constable. Oh, hello. 2 damage to any target. If it's a creature, it perpetually gains damage isn't removed. It's kind of annoying. Okay, so it's a 1/1. Damage isn't removed. Okay. Chainsaw. I think we're gonna mana drain that. So then if they kill Baral in response, that's 3. They were trying to use 3 spells to kill the 1 Baral. That's kind of crazy. Because the chainsaw would have also hit the Baral. Do you want to see my new chainsaw hockey mask? Okay. Pact of Negation as well. We get 2 mana. I guess we just go for Baral again. They didn't like it. They didn't like it the first time, did they? Let's just play Narset for a distraction as well. Planeswalker would be good. One of the Jaces would be quite nice. Search is not great against Monored because it just is not. For each dragon you control, Lightning Strike, Electrostatic Blast lets them play one of these until end of turn. 3 damage. It's pretty annoying. I guess Baral dies to literally everything that Red has to offer. Bloody hell. Do we use Pact on this? I think we do. Don't really want them to have a Chandra. They have had a crazy amount of kill spells though. 2 damage, 2 damage, 3 damage, 3 damage, and that is pretty absurd, I have to say. At least we got a land so we can rebuke next turn if we need to. Or if we need to discard the sensor for any reason. Breaches. Well, feel like we're very behind now. And we are getting killed by that legitimate business person. It wouldn't be so annoying if we didn't have this attached to it. Because then they're just going to replay it. So I would just like to have some other blue thing. Azure Beastbinder, that's kind of cool. 3 toughness. What's it going to be? Another bloody lightning bolt. Interesting that red players read stuff on the stack where they cannot interact with them. A red player should always read stuff on the field. That's my opinion. I'm going to crack this because we already have 6 mana anyway for the rebuke. Oh my god, another freaking kill spell. That is a ridiculous amount. That really is a ridiculous amount of kill spells. 2 damage, play an extra spell. My god, now they're coming in for all this. I thought we had it good. Freaking sword. And of course the Faceless Haven has bloody vigilance. Down to 5. That is actually crazy amount of stuff. And we haven't been able to block with Baral once. Wow, thank you. One of those. Excellent. At least it can flip. Sublime Epiphany. Counter activate ability. This might be better than the rebuke. We'll see. We'll see what they do. They might want to equip or make the Faceless Haven into a thing. I think we'll counter that. Bounce something and draw a card. Bounce this, and then we draw. We're at 5. So we are going to pretty much die, I think. I get it, right? It's a very removal-heavy format, but my god. Down to bloody 1. And they had another kill. That is so bullshit. Did you know that you can help my channel by watching another one of my videos? Go ahead, you know you want to.